Meet the most powerful man in the world. He was born into a poor Jewish family in Frankfurt in 1773. His father was a respected member of the community and had 5 sons. So when he died, he sent his 5 boys out into the world to make a name for themselves and bring money back to the family. And they did. They established financial empires across Europe. One of them stood out. After studying law, he took a job at a bank in England. He quickly rose through the ranks and eventually founded the British branch of the Rothschild banking dynasty. Unlike his rivals who focused on national economies, Nathan recognized the power of international finance. He financed governments during the Napoleonic Wars and profited handsomely from it. In fact, he became so powerful that he could make or break a government depending on who was in power. But what made him truly rich was his network. He built one of the most efficient communication and courier networks in Europe. His couriers would ride to the battlefield, find out the results of important battles, and then immediately set off to London to inform the financial markets. There, they would place massive buy or sell orders based on the outcome, making huge profits in the process. The most famous example of this is after the Battle of Waterloo. While other investors were still trying to get to Paris to figure out what had happened, Nathan already knew the outcome. He immediately placed an order to buy as much British government stock as possible, which skyrocketed in value once the news of Napoleon's defeat was confirmed. This single trade made him a fortune and established him as the wealthiest man in the world at the time. But his empire would eventually be taken over by his sons. Although they squandered much of the family fortune, Nathan's legacy lived on. He set the foundation for modern global banking and gave his family name to one of the most prestigious banks in the world. But more importantly, he showed the world how powerful finance could be. So, what's the key takeaway? Faith, family, and fortitude. Despite being scattered all over Europe, Nathan and his brothers worked in perfect coordination to create a financial empire. They had an almost supernatural ability to know what was going to happen before it happened, and they used that knowledge to make themselves incredibly wealthy. But they also lived by a strict code of ethics. They never took advantage of their clients and always conducted business with the utmost integrity. That's why their motto was Concordia, Integridad, Industria, Harmony, Integrity, Industry. And that's how one man changed the world of finance forever. This is your host. Thanks for watching.